We went to France expecting to see some sights and eat some good food. What actually happened was that France changed how we lived for 3 weeks, and hopefully some of these changes will stick around for good.
And everybody's gotta run, and ain't nobody gonna hold you, and everybody needs someone. Don't try to go alone, don't say I never told you.
Paris was crowded, really crowded. Every major attraction had lines and people taking selfies. The Eiffel Tower area felt like a theme park. The kids were fascinated by the scale of everything, but they also got tired quickly. It's hard to appreciate architecture when you're constantly being bumped into by other tourists. The irony is not lost on me that we are contributing to this problem. Over-tourism really is a big problem for Europe. I'm not sure what the answer is. But Paris is genuinely eyeball-meltingly beautiful. The kids felt it too. Just hanging out in the parks and squares presented us with beauty in every corner.
You already lost believing, and if the word rings true, and there's darkness before light, find somebody and get together, make love last forever, every day and every night.
The Eiffel Tower, while a tourist cliche, is amazing. Climbing it and seeing how the city is laid out is awe-inspiring. When walking around Notre Dame and the Louvre, you can't help but be overwhelmed by the scale and beauty of this city. Cafe culture is real. People actually sit and drink coffee for an hour. Meals take longer. No one seems to be in a rush. All the seats face the street and people watch other people for hours. Paris showed us that French life has a different rhythm, but we were still very much tourists. We wanted to see what it would be like to actually live somewhere in France, even temporarily. Avignon felt completely different from Paris. Smaller, quieter, with people going about their normal lives instead of everyone being a tourist. We stayed in an apartment right in the centre of the old town. The kids could walk to the bakery by themselves. They felt safe. They could explore the old town on their own. It felt like we lived there. Going to the bakery every morning became our routine. The baker was patient with our terrible French. We learned that shops close for lunch here, properly close for 2 hours. We started doing things we'd never do at home. Wine with a lunch on a Tuesday? Normal here. Taking 2 hours to eat dinner? Expected. Chilling out in the middle of the day and staying up late in the cool of the evening, we started changing our rhythm. Avignon is a truly beautiful city, and it has graffiti everywhere. Not random tagging, political messages, environmental slogans, social justice statements. The kids wanted to know what it all meant. We happened to be there during 2 protests. One was about working conditions, with people marching through the streets and chanting. The other was a pride parade with rainbow flags and music. The kids had lots of questions. Why were people angry? What are they protesting about? We talked about how democracy actually works in practice. We started thinking about how to get the kids more engaged with the places we were visiting. Not just looking at old buildings, but actually understanding what they were for and how they worked. Trying to get them off their devices and into the streets. Giving them the confidence to explore on their own and discover Avignon on their own terms. We could see how Avignon had changed over time. Old industrial buildings turned into art galleries and restaurants. Water wheels that used to power factories now just sit there looking picturesque for tourists. We, like so many others, travelled to Europe to connect with history and explore our European heritage. We found old buildings that had been recycled through time, repurposed with each new generation, renovated, restored, and lived in. Carcassonne looks exactly like what you think a medieval castle should look like. Massive walls, towers, the whole thing. It's impressive, but also clearly set up for tourists. We stayed just outside the city walls. Every day we'd walk up into the medieval part and by this point we'd figured out how to make it more interesting for the kids. We gave them specific things to find and figure out. It really helped them engage with their surroundings and not just passively observe. The treasure hunts made their journaling more meaningful and rich with opportunities for learning. We thought that the School of Life would substitute for missing 2 terms of school back home. While the lessons learned might not align with the school curriculum, with a bit of scaffolding and prompting, the kids are learning a lot. Our youngest really got into it. He'd spent hours exploring and taking photos, answering our questions and posing more of his own. The older kids enjoyed it too, but Solomon is embracing this active engagement with the new world he is discovering. When we planned this trip, the goal was to show our kids other histories and other cultures. What actually happened was that France showed us a different way to be a family. The treasure hunts gave our kids tools to explore places actively instead of just walking around looking at things. The French lifestyle gave us permission to slow down, to make meals into conversations, to take our time. The biggest change was learning that travel doesn't have to be about sightseeing. It can be about experiencing a few places deeply and understanding how people live there. We are coming home with French habits. Longer dinners, more questions about places we visit, less rushing around. France doesn't just give us memories, it gives us a different approach to living.